You're listening to Civic Media. You can tune into any of our live shows on any radio station across the state with the Civic Media app. Find us in your phone's app store and listen anytime, anywhere.
Broadcasting live from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay, this is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now, a guy who travels so he can pretend he's on the lam, Pete Schwaba.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our first show in our third year here at Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba. It is great to have you with me. Conrad Krieger is working the board. Con, you hanging in there?
I'm doing good. Happy New Year.
Okay, Happy New Year, buddy. He hasn't. That's the 82nd time he said that this show.
Happy New Year.
I have noticed a recurrence of the statement.
I'm serious. I was entertaining the idea of a beating.
He's
but he
really
benches
worried about you having a great year.
He is.
To everyone out there, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And when he says he can't say it enough, he really means it. This is a really fun Monday night here at Nite Lite. We've got the Doctors in Recital here in the studio. We always love when they are here. They're going to perform again, which is going to be exciting. If you missed the first 2 hours of the show, folks, please go to civicmedia.us, and you can, all of our shows are cataloged there in podcast form. You can hear my first hour interview with Laura Arico, who has just an incredible story about being pregnant at 48 by her husband, who passed away 10 years ago. So they're having a baby together. The sperm was frozen, and she's a publicist and an actress, and she's just kind of this spitfire. And now she's going to be a mom. She's like 8 months pregnant at 48. So that was fun.
Wow.
You guys just performed in hour number 2.
That.
Well, you are.
Like,
That's what you
really
have to have.
Stories that are making us feel really small.
Yeah.
You have to have a musical act follow something like that because it's like, it's like
That's crazy.
It was a phenomenal story.
That's crazy.
So,
At
and then
first,
we've
I was
got,
like 48 and pregnant.
I know.
And then you told me that, and I was like,
we've got Dana Ehrman, very funny comedian and Wisconsin native, coming up at 7:35. So we've got a few more minutes here with the Doctors in Recital. Our question of the night is, what is your New Year's resolution? I think we can get away with this because this is our first show of the new year.
Happy New Year.
Conrad is...
now it's going to be a shtick.
It's on. No. It's been a shtick. Listen, the second we got here, even off the air, he was saying that ad nauseum. So it's going to be fun. We've got an hour to go, and we are crushing it tonight with our guest. It's been so much fun having the Doctors in Recital. Kim Shevchik, Paul Piet, Chris Piet sat this one out. She took a knee, and
did.
it sounds like she deserves it.
She teaches middle school, remember?
Right.
She deserved it.
She's built up a lot of street cred here over with me anyway, and I'm sure my wife teaches kindergarten.
Oh, boy.
I can't even...
No.
I'm like, how many shoes do you tie in a day? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I could ever do that, so...
No, I wouldn't last.
I wouldn't either. Well, it's great to have you guys here. The Doctors in Recital is this outstanding show that happens every January. How long has it been going on?
Okay, there's a little bit of dispute here because it's like, I have to think, Lucinda should be here. I feel like it started, my daughter was born in 2009, so I think it started in 2007.
Okay.
And then we had to take a couple years off because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So people are like, oh, how many years has it been? Well, I mean, which ones are you counting? The years we had shows. But anyway, it's essentially been just about 20 years, which is pretty cool.
That's
because we've never
really
skipped
cool.
a show just because we didn't want to do it.
No.
We
Right.
had good reasons to not do a show.
Yeah,
I
the
mean, global
healthcare
pandemic.
community was kind of busy.
Wait, global pandemic. What happened?
Yeah, pandemic. It's kind of scary.
That is
But
scary.
We made it. We're back.
And you're
it's been
going
a lot of fun.
strong.
Yeah.
And for people that are just joining us or that haven't been to one of the shows, what is that night like? You've got, and tell us what the Doctors in Recital is.
Yeah.
It's kind of just what the title says, but you're a big part of it, Kim.
Yeah, the name makes it sound like people are going to come up on stage and do some kind of classical,
Yeah.
recital type piece. But we run through, I think it's 18 to 22 acts depending on the year, and there'll be two acts, and it'll vary from classical to jazz to vocal to instrumental to self-composed songs, and even things that honor our recipient. One of our people regularly writes a song about our recipients, which is pretty moving. And it's like nothing. It's like nothing else you've ever seen because it's not comparable. I feel like it's kind of a variety show, but it's mostly healthcare community members, physicians lead each act, and then we'll have people from other areas of the healthcare professions. We have a choir, and in the choir, it can be anyone who has some sort of tangential connection to healthcare. So that's a lot of fun, and they tend to do some popular music. We've had show tunes, we've had popular music. This year, actually, one of the cool new groups is doing that Black Horse and a Cherry Tree song that was popular probably about like 7 years ago. They sound great. These 3 vocalists, they're phenomenal.
That one caught me by surprise during rehearsal because I had forgotten what, like I saw the title and I'm like, I should know that song. And I had no recollection of it. And then as soon as they started, I was like, oh, it's this song.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It's a really cool song and they sound knockout. Like,
wow.
Like knock your socks off.
I have never been to the show, but I think it was maybe last year, Kim, you joined us from backstage at the dress rehearsal. And that was like a really cool inside Hollywood moment. It was
totally do that again.
Absolutely.
That was super fun.
We got to listen to the rehearsal. It was so great. It's very moderately priced, $20. The tickets go up to $40. That's all for a good cause. And it's at the Widener Center. I have seen shows there before, and the acoustics are still probably state of the art. It's a beautiful venue.
Very, very one of a kind experience for most of our people in the show because they're in healthcare for their day job, so they're not like performing on the regular. And to be able to be in a space like the Widener is a real gift. It's a wonderful treasure in our community, and I'm grateful to be on there every year. And it's kind of cool. You look out and you can for 1 minute pretend you're that superstar you thought you were going to be.
Yeah, well, and especially for these doctors. Or people in the health profession.
Yeah.
They're really talented. This isn't just like people like volunteering on the weekends, and they probably feel the same way too. When do they ever have an audience like that when they do a Spinal Tap? Right?
Well, yeah, that would be weird. But you also have local musicians too who join a lot of our acts. So we've got top notch talent like the Power Tool Horns are joining on our number this year, and they're from Big Mouth Band. They're amazing. We have some area piano and string performers that are joining us. It's just like, again, a unique, I can't compare it to anything else.
It's really cool.
It's just amazing.
Will you guys play something else?
Yeah,
sure.
Paul's gonna do his best at Paul Simon.
Yeah, here's one we've never done before, so let's see what happens.
Well, we just practiced it in your
just
little back room.
I love it.
It's a song I like.
Doctors in Recital in the studio.
Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. You're shaking my confidence daily. Oh, Cecilia, I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you, please, to come home. Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. You're shaking my confidence daily. Oh, Cecilia, I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you, please, to come home. Come on home. Making love in the afternoon with Cecilia up in my bedroom. Making love. I got up to wash my face. When I come back to bed, someone's taking my place. Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. You're shaking my confidence daily. Oh, Cecilia, I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you, please, to come home. Come on home. Oh, 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 oh. Jubilation, she loves me again. I fall on the floor and I'm laughing. Jubilation, she loves me again. I fall on the floor and I'm laughing. Oh.
I don't know.
Well
Sorry,
done.
Sorry, Mr. Simon.
No, wait, was that jubilation part ad-libbed?
Jubilation.
Yeah.
No, it's part of the lyrics.
That's part of the song?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that for some reason.
She came back. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't just, go up in the bedroom and ditch him. She came back.
I mean.
It is kind of a very
She's cheating on him, right?
She is kind of a bit of a...
And this guy's kind of just wants her back, and he doesn't care. And there's a name for people like that.
I'm
sorry.
There is. Now we're bad-mouthing Cecilia. We didn't even know her.
And the poor guy trying to get her back. We're wrecking everybody now.
It's like the perfect boyfriend, right? If you're the girl, it's like, I can see all these other guys, and he'll take me back. So that is jubilation for her.
It is interesting. Some of these songs we've listened to for years.
Oh, and then you don't actually think about it.
dig into it and look at the lyrics and go, oh. I mean, most of the music is about something to do with relationships. And
right.
Love. We get that. It's popular music. But sometimes you're like, who thought these were good lyrics?
Yeah, right.
I didn't even listen to lyrics, I don't think, when I was a kid.
You didn't know them. You made them up. Like, it kind of sounded like something.
Yeah.
And unless you had the tape that you could, like, open up the, the trifold of whatever it was.
Right, but when you're kids, for whatever reason, I think kids in this generation do hear lyrics.
Yeah.
Because I would try to get a song past. This is kind of inappropriate, but my son was like 7. He's like, Dad, what's this mean? I'm like, you heard that? I didn't even.
He was mumbling. How'd you catch that?
Right. So that was excellent. Thank you, guys. You're always so much fun to have here on the show, and I love when you guys sing. And it is weird. Here's the crazy thing about show business. And you both have kids that are performing and going to college for that kind of thing. You guys sound, and I'm not just saying this, you sound better voice-wise than Paul Simon.
Oh, whatever.
No, he has got and listen.
What is he, 90?
Yeah, he deserves our respect.
He's 102. But
he's 102.
He is an excellent songwriter, and his voice is really cool. And I'm a guy, I like character.
Some of my favorite music.
I like character.
He has a very good character voice.
Yes. You don't have to. And my dad and I go back and forth on this because he studied opera, and he's like, I like character. I don't care if a voice is kind of raspy. It suits the song.
Yeah.
I'm saying technically, your voices singing that song were outstanding. And so
thank you.
This is what you get if you go see the Doctors in Recital,
yes,
right?
For
This
sure.
kind of stuff.
For sure. Well, better than
what
this.
What song are we doing, Kim?
For the Doctors in Recital. We are doing, actually, Doobie Brothers, Listen to the Music.
Yes.
Oh, anything from that catalog. That's a band I haven't thought about.
We just haven't figured out how to do the 70s fade out.
Yeah, because you can't fade out in a live show.
Every popular / rock tune in the 70s does the fade out thing.
Yeah.
We're like, we need to actually come up with an ending.
It just vamps and then fades out.
Away.
Wow. If you guys did China Grove by the Doobies, I would take a vacation day to go see the show. I would cost myself money to go hear the two.
We're changing the song. It is
they're
now
very similar.
China Grove.
Whoa.
China Grove.
Hey,
That
can
was a pep band song
people
back in the day.
donate to
Yes.
this even if they don't go to the show?
Yes.
And where do they do that?
100%. So doctorsinrecital.org is literally our website, and there's a buy tickets button and a donate button. It's literally that simple.
You guys are the best. Thank you so much for coming in. And my random performer is going to be Franz Eigler because it sounds very musical, doesn't it?
He is. He is a very, very lovely man. He's a retired anesthesiologist, and he sings and he plays piano. This year, he was able to figure out a small chunk of time to come home from gallivanting the world to be in our show.
He used to put you to sleep at his job. Now he will
keep you awake and
he will keep you awake, and when he sings like an angel. Okay.
Yeah.
Doctors in Recital. Break a leg, you guys.
Thank
and
you.
Keep you posted. We'll see you backstage. All right.
Love it.
We're coming right back. It's Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
A touch of Georgia slide, a song of pure revival, and a style that's sanctified.
You're listening to Civic Media. Stay up to date on the latest news and information for your local community and Wisconsin by signing up for our free email newsletter. Visit civicmedia.us/email to get started.
Get up home, I wanna drive them home. When you're feeling blue, I'm thinking just of you.
Welcome back. This is a Monday version of Nite Lite, my favorite night of the week, because the horrible weekend is over and we get to talk about the things we love to talk about. So wherever you're joining us from tonight, over our great state of Wisconsin, welcome back. Conrad Krieger is working the board, and We just wrapped up with the Doctors in Recital. They are so much fun. Kim Shefchik and Paul Piat were here. Chris could not make it this time, but it was great to have them on the show. And they were singing to their heart's content. So much fun. They sang Cecilia and a Bonnie Raitt tune. The name escapes me, but it was a lot of fun. And our question of the night, folks, is what is your New Year's resolution? So let me know, and I will read your text on the radio, and we will... Conrad just shut the door. What's... You just shut the door. Was I like talking too loud or something? Then shut the door.
Happy New Year.
What is the deal? What are you shutting the door?
You don't? I thought you liked it shut.
It does keep the heat in. I do like that. And another shout out to the wonderfully talented Dan Marcus for purchasing a heater because the studio gets pretty.
I bet you he had a good
chilly.
New Year's.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because why?
Just because.
Yeah. All right. Conrad's got some kind of workshop thing he's doing here tonight with the whole new year. I appreciate the effort. This is an entertainment show, and you're working New Year's into as much conversation as you can. Were you waving at the Doctors in Recital who were on the way out? Yeah, they're so much fun.
I should have gave him some Sawbucks on the way out.
Not too late. I'm sure they have Venmo. So you could check that out, too. They are outstanding singers, and that is available in podcast form as well at civicmedia.us. Dana Ehrman, Wisconsin native and very funny comedian, will be here at 7:35. Our question of the night, once again, is what is your New Year's resolution? Steve from Florida in the 920 says, my New Year's resolution is doing more walking after I get done with work. 5:01 walking. So he's not kidding around. Your dad is like right after work.
As soon as he's done, he's gone.
Why wait that minute? Get
Dad,
out there.
all right, so instead of doing that,
yeah,
why don't you walk? You don't use the golf cart when you're on the course. Just walk the course.
Walk the course. Absolutely. And you carry your clubs. You get a little extra.
That's a great workout there.
It's great exercise for if you ever have to ditch a body, because golf clubs are a weird thing to carry. Just the firemen's carry the corpse over here. Thank you, Steve. Paula, Conrad's mom, also checks in. They're obviously together on New Year's. What do you think your parents' resolution is?
They're just giving it to us right now. What do you?
I was going to make a bad joke, and I'm glad I didn't. Paula says, watch. I don't like this, though, Con. Watch less TV and do more activities.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think you watch enough TV. I think your resolution should be watching more.
Paul, I don't think you appreciate the invention that is color television and what it has brought to our lives. I say if you want to do more activities, that's fine. I'm not a doctor. I'm a fan of the Doctors in Recital, and I say watch as much TV as you can. I don't think it'll hurt. I think it's good in the knees. There's low impact. It's a low impact exercise.
Well, you just keep moving the recliner up and down.
Exactly. That's good for the bicep a little bit. Just switch arms, reach over.
It stretches your knees.
Exactly. Tony the Trucker in the 608 says, Pete, to slow down and appreciate all of the good in my life, see more live music, and learn and cook new recipes. That's another
I like that one.
I like that one, too. You can never go wrong with live music or cooking at home, right?
Exactly.
Keeping it interesting.
Yeah, that's not going out to get food. See what you can create at home.
Exactly. Going to the stream here, Sydney Politics checks in. Sydney's watching on YouTube and says, I'm trying to go no beef for the year. Wow, that's...
Good luck.
Wants to go That's not even vegetarian. That's just because he didn't say chicken or fish.
Well, as we know, it's a meat, so it's not beef.
Beef is a meat? What do you mean?
Well, I'm saying fish and chicken.
Oh, fish and chicken. Well, I had that, Casper and
I know.
We talked about that again today.
Yeah. Oh, you did?
Yeah. He says if it has eyes, it's meat. So thank you, Sydney. Sydney also says, what about you, Dave? We have not heard from Dave. Sydney's bromance on the stream. Maybe Dave will weigh in at some point, Sydney, but I appreciate that. No beef. That's a tough one. Because, you go to a barbecue.
You just have some of the cornbread,
I guess. Where are you going to a barbecue where they have cornbread?
Isn't that what you usually have with a barbecue?
Yeah, I guess so. If you go to a barbecue.
There's a place in Appleton that's a really good barbecue place.
What's it called?
I forgot.
Okay.
But it's next to the Timber Tap.
Happy New Year.
And it always smells great.
Oh, that's a great smell. That's why I couldn't give up beef. You go by that smell, and it's like I'm eating whatever is in there. Because I don't eat a lot of beef, but I think when I crave it, I really crave it. Good luck, though, Sydney. Superstar 1234. No, Super 1234. Star is our pal Terry Barr watching on YouTube. She says this is so sweet. She was referring to the Doctors in Recital, and I completely agree, Terry. They're so much fun, and I always love when Terry Barr is watching the radio and joining us in spirit. She will be here for Bar Band Friday night, and she has a great guest con coming up on Friday. She's been on the show before. We love her, but we've not had her on, and I'm going to just leave it at that. I'm not going to say who it is. You got to tune in Friday, folks, but you will not be disappointed. That's going to be a lot of fun for Bar Band Friday night. Sydney Politics also says Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Con, I'm going to let you take that. He jumps in before I can even say it.
Happy New Year to Terry Barr as well.
Happy New Year to Terry Barr. Terry's just a happy person. It's always New Year's whenever you're around Terry. So that's our question, folks. You could still get in on the fun. What is your, if you want to give us a Bears or Packers prediction, Conrad says Packers. I still don't know. I'm going to hold off on my prediction. I'm too scared to say Bears will win.
Well, last time you did, you said the Bears will win. They won.
Did I?
Yeah.
I thought they lost. Oh, that was the second game I said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they kind of messed with me the way they won. It was miserable most of the game. It's a Bear Packer week, folks. All kinds of fun this week on Nite Lite. So great to have you with me. When we come back after the news, comedian and native Wisconsinite Dana Ehrman will be here. This is Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network. Welcome back. Tomorrow night on Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba, it will be my pleasure to welcome Kristen Lyerly. Kristen is going to tell us about this crazy, all the RSV stuff going. You have upper respiratory? You ever have a RSV or pneumonia or anything like that? It's out of control.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Kristen will be here to inform us about that, maybe give us some tips on how to stay healthy. Rob Thomas, Madison-based film critic, one of our best friends here at Nite Lite, will be joining me. I'll be live from Madison, by the way, tomorrow night, folks. That does not change anything on your end. Tune in where you tune in. Nothing changes. But we will be live from Madison tomorrow night. Conrad will be holding down the fort here in Green Bay and trying not to get freaked out. So
yes,
this station is haunted supposedly. And then Mike Gamal, one of the promoter of Joey's song, will be on the show live and in studio as well. So lots of fun stuff headed your way tomorrow night on Nite Lite. Right now, it is my pleasure, excitement, eagerness, whatever you want to call it, to welcome my next guest. She is a very funny person. She's been on the show before here at Nite Lite, and she is a Wisconsin native and a very talented stand-up comedian, Miss Dana Ehrman. Dana, how are you?
Hey, Pete, I'm doing well. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Where are you joining us from?
Oh, I'm just joining you from good old Milwaukee, Wisconsin, my apartment.
Okay, because you got the hat on, you got the fleece, you look like you're bundled up, and you might want to talk to your landlord about turning the heat on.
I know, right? If it doesn't reach a certain amount, you get money back, or that's what I hear.
That's right. My son lives in Milwaukee, too, and he has the same issue. He's got like 3 space heaters going. I don't know what it is with Milwaukee landlords, but something's going on there. Hey, happy New Year to you as well, and thank you for that. Did you have good holidays, Dana?
Oh, they were fine, but honestly, being done with them, like going back to regular routine today, Monday, January 5th, it's like a drug. I'm so happy.
Kind of with you there.
You feel the same?
I do. There's something to be said for just normal days, and I like weekends enough, but I like the routine of my work, and I like what I do and all that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of with you.
It turns out I need structure. I never thought that about myself, but here we are.
Did you work on New Year's Eve? Did you work in a club somewhere?
You know what? I didn't. I was really disappointed. And I actually didn't know a lot of friends who did either. I don't know. It was just one of those years. I have before though, and it's certainly an experience, and I'd love to do it again. So yeah, if anyone's planning next year already.
You've got an opening on the schedule.
Yeah, as of right now.
It's kind of a weird thing, though, isn't it? Like, it's been years since I've done that, but when you ring in the new year from stage and you see all these people kissing and hugging, and it's like you and the other comic who you may or may not even know that well. I found it awkward.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, even I got to ring in the new year, 2 years ago at Comedy on State in Madison.
Oh,
but
nice.
it's like, I don't care where you are expected, like the show's over and you and the other comics just have to get on stage with champagne and just like riff a little and then count it down.
Right.
And yeah, it doesn't matter where you are, that's going to be a little weird.
That's a little awkward. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so that's good. So let's do this. Do you have a resolution? Something you want to do this year? Well, you know what a resolution is. I don't have to spell it out for you, but like anything you're vowing to do?
Pete, I'm not going to lie to you. I just want to get through it. 2025 was not a friend.
Oh no.
I just want it to be a little better than last year.
Well,
that's all.
Why do you say that? Because I was looking, you did reports from the state fair this year. It seemed like you worked a lot of clubs. It seemed like a pretty good year for Dana the comedian. Did something else happen that we don't know about, or what?
Oh, Pete, this is a lighthearted show. We don't. But no, it was a good year for comedy.
Okay.
And yeah, I hope that continues because I was very lucky in the way of working with headliners and working at clubs. So yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm sure everything will be fine. Where do you like to work when you say opening for headliners? That was always fun. I remember. Do you have headliners that you get the most excitement out of working with, or venues here in Wisconsin, or nationwide for that matter?
Oh man, I always really get starstruck when I get the opportunity to open for somebody who's been on Saturday Night Live. I've been lucky that way. Some former cast members like Tim Meadows, Chris Kattan.
Yeah, nice.
More recent but previous cast member Punky Johnson, and then Andrew Dismukes. I've gotten to know him and open for him, and he is currently on the show.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fun too, right? When the audience pays a little more to see someone really good, they're more attentive. Have you found that to be your experience?
No doubt. And usually, I mean, in my experience so far, it can go one of two ways, right? Either they're really great comedy fans because they know the headliner and the headliner's like, a really respected comic, or they just couldn't care less about you, opening for them. And they're just waiting. They're just like, all right, when's my guy coming out? So, no, but I've been very lucky. And aside from working with headliners, I've just been excited to be driving around the state lately, hitting some cities, spending some time, checking out breweries and things like that, wherever comedy's taken me.
See, you have a great attitude. My guest, by the way, is Dana Ehrman, very funny comedian based in Milwaukee. She's joining us tonight from her apartment, and she's bundled up, even though she's indoors, which frightens me a little bit, but I hope she doesn't get hypothermia or anything. But
you don't see my breath, right? We're good.
No, we're not there yet. You're doing just fine. I love that you said this to me earlier when I asked you if there's anything in particular you wanted me to bring up, and you were like, whatever, we could talk about whatever. But I love that you research towns before you go there. That is something I wish I did more of. Any place I've lived, I wish I took more time to know where I lived or what was going on there. And it was the same thing with stand-up. Tell us the story, if you would, about working Peru, Illinois. That's a great one.
Yeah, well, at first, I just want to make clear, when I say I researched the town, I'm not talking about anything big or extensive, but even just, doing a quick search online and figuring something out. The crowds love it when you're speaking to them about them. And so I had Peru, Illinois coming up. Who knew? Did you know about Peru?
I did not know what I'm about to hear. I had no idea.
Well, it's a small town, and I looked them up. I love looking at a notable people section on Wikipedia, people that are from a town, and the inventor of caramel or caramel, whatever your preference, from Peru, Illinois. So of course I'm like, that's my little nugget to bring up at the top of the show. None of them knew it.
You could have said anything.
They're like, she's lying. Yeah. So there goes that.
I love that. That's so great. What else have you are there other towns in Wisconsin or in the Midwest that we might not have known something took place there, or an event or a invention of some sort?
Well, one of my favorite things is I was in Mount Horeb,
Yeah.
just a little west of Madison. And on their Wikipedia page, you find out they consider themselves like the mustard capital. And they used
Oh,
to have
yeah.
this great mustard museum, but there's like a little footnote that's like, the mustard museum moved to Middleton. Like they lost custody. It's like, what did you do to lose mustard?
They didn't get the tax breaks or something, right?
Yeah, maybe they got a consolation prize. They have Worcestershire or something. I don't know.
Right. I kind of feel bad now. Pardon me, because I've been to that museum in Middleton though, and I had the guy who was the curator on the show, and he was a lot of fun. But
No way.
I'm sorry for Mount Horeb, because that's a big loss, right?
Well, Pete, yeah, you're part of the problem.
Part of the problem. This happened to me. I just want to tell you this because I think as someone who travels, you'll appreciate this. Once in a while, I would stumble onto something, and my wife and I were in Indianapolis. I don't know if you ever worked there, but it's a fine town. And right down the street from the Comedy Condo, crappy apartment where they put us up,
Yeah.
was the Benjamin Harrison home. And,
Okay.
it was a present. And I'm like, let's go through this. That's a walking tour. It takes a half hour. And we walked through, and everything the kid was like 17, and you could tell he's not used to having people. It was like Sunday morning. He probably just was, and this was before phones. This guy is bored to tears.
Yeah.
So we walk in, and he's showing us everything, and I'm flipping out. Everything I think is fascinating. Abraham Lincoln gave him this. This is the desk. This is this. And finally, we get to the bedroom, and it's this bed. And he said, and this is the bed where Benjamin Harrison died, one of our most unrecognizable presidents. This is the bed where Benjamin Harrison died. And I said, he died in this bed right there where we're looking. And this kid finally looks at me and goes, it's just Benjamin Harrison, man.
Oh, you're like, that's going in the review. You can't say that, man.
I mean, he kind of emasculated me in front of my wife. And to this day, it affects our relationship. But no, I think I think that kind of stuff is great.
Man, he's not even the top Harrison president. The guy that died after a month is the top.
Right. William Henry,
oh,
right? Yeah.
You did what you could. Thanks for that.
I was trying to resurrect his career. He's had a tough run,
Yeah.
posthumously. Do you have a favorite club, Dana, in Wisconsin or out of Wisconsin that you like to work?
Oh, Comedy on State.
Yeah.
You can't. It's not overrated. It's properly rated.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you though, I'm very excited for my friends at the Laughing Tap who, were in Milwaukee, closed their location back in June, and
Yeah.
are close to reopening in their new location here downtown Milwaukee. I can't wait for that to be back up and running. You know what a nice perk is going to be is it's right in the area of Real Chili. Have you ever had Real
Ooh,
Chili?
I have. Yes, I have. Years ago.
I'm going to have so much bad food late at night after shows. I can't wait.
That's Greg Bach, right? He's
Yep.
one of our civic media colleagues here. Greg's been on the show, and he's a great guy.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know they've been working hard, and I can't wait to see like what the new look is and get on that stage as soon as possible. So I know that'll be a favorite. The old Laughing Tap was a favorite. I know this will be amazing.
That's great. And where did you start? Did you start in Milwaukee, Dana?
So basically, I started, I got on stage for the first time in Kenosha for college, but that, I don't really count that. I didn't
Okay.
get up enough to really log any hours, So Milwaukee is really where it started, I would
Okay.
say. And that was like 10 years ago.
Wow. Good for you.
Yikes. Yeah.
And are you going to, a lot of comedians eventually will move to bigger areas for possibly more opportunities. But I also know a lot that stay put and they do local TV stuff or radio or whatever. What are your goals? Like, do you want to write on a show or have a show built around you, or what are you thinking?
Man, okay. So it's an interesting question. I've been thinking about it more and more, right? I
Okay.
suppose, like you say, now more than ever with social media, people can stay wherever they're at and become
Right.
big. So, I love Milwaukee. It's everything I know.
Yeah.
But gosh, I have to live somewhere different for once, I think,
Okay.
and get that going. So goals, I mean, I would just love to, not have a day job and just, be a touring comedian that didn't have to worry about, bills too much probably. But
Right.
I don't think I have acting chops to like do a sitcom.
Come on. All right, we're going to get into that. I don't like that attitude, Dana, one bit. We're going to do a really quick break, and we'll be back with our pal Dana Ehrman right after this. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
You're listening to Civic Media. Find the latest news, information, and archives of all your favorite shows on the Civic Media website, civicmedia.us.
Welcome back. I'm Pete Schwaba. This is Nite Lite. Steve from Florida says the Packers will pull out the win. He's in cahoots with you, Conrad.
Correct.
John Murray from Madison says, "Hi, gents. Used to do a hard to accomplish resolution every year. It's just a setup for the first huge New Year's disappointment. So not going there. Just going to try to be a better, nicer person. Work on the rest at my own pace." Nothing wrong with that, John. John continues saying, "Peter, have you eaten a gourmet burger at the Country House in Hinsdale, Illinois?" I have not, John. He says it's worth it if you find yourself in this ritzy neighborhood near Chicago. Peanut shells on the floor. Bar is really nice. I always picture peanut shells on the floor as kind of a dive, but John is saying this is a nice place, and John is a very astute and smart guy, so I will take you up on that, John. If I'm ever in Hinsdale, thank you very much, sir, and thank you for all your texts tonight. My thanks to Laura Arico for sharing her amazing story with us in hour number one, and Kim Shevchek and Paul Piat, who are here tonight earlier representing the Doctors in Recital. Always great fun, and thank you for all your calls and texts. We have a couple more minutes with our current guest, Dana Ehrman. She's a comedian from Milwaukee, very funny comedian. Dana, I made reference earlier that you covered the state fair. How was that? Do you like the state fair here in Wisconsin?
Oh, I love the state fair. I'm still, I'm from West Allis where it is. So
nice.
I've gone, a handful of times every year my entire life, but I'm still finding things, I didn't know about. They're adding new stuff. You can't get bored.
Yeah, that's great. Where can people follow you?
Oh, I am on every platform with the same handle. It's at Dana Jokes.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Hey, I thought of a resolution.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna start a TikTok.
Oh, that's the one platform you're not on?
That a good one? Yeah.
I think that's a great one. This is so sad, though. You're talking to the wrong guy because my son and daughter are both on TikTok and Instagram, and they do all that stuff. And they started posting reels, mostly my son who lives in Milwaukee. And I joined TikTok just so I could, click like and that kind of stuff. And I follow, this is so sad. I follow Rob Brackenridge, who's a guest on the show, and I love Rob. He's fantastic. And my kids, and that's it. I follow 3 people, and only one of my kids follows me back.
Yikes. Oh, my gosh. Well,
horrible. You tell
stop
me when you're
liking their
up.
stuff.
I will
That's what I
follow
say.
you when you're up and running. I'm a great like giver.
Hey, I appreciate that. I need it, because I think if the likes don't roll in right away, I think the algorithm just buries you.
That's what I hear, and that's why it's so overwhelming when you get on some of these new platforms. Like I'm on Facebook. I've been on Instagram for years, but I've never really done anything with it. I just watch reels of people falling. So I got to get better at all that stuff. So you're my inspiration for that.
But God, I really, and I'm not talking politically here. I wish TikTok had been banned, just so I didn't have to deal with it, But nope, we got to keep it, and here we are having to learn more about it.
That's not political. That's a perfectly valid opinion, I think, about that.
Absolutely.
It's
No
nothing
politics involved. Yeah.
Nothing to do with China. You just don't want to have to do the work.
100%.
I respect that. Where can people see you, Dana? Do you have any live shows coming up or clubs you're going to be playing?
So I have 2 really interesting shows coming up in January because they're not the usual thing.
Okay.
On Tuesday, January 13th, it's at Landmark Lanes at the east side of Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah.
It's 50 first jokes. So 50 different comics have a minute to just tell the first joke they've written this year.
Oh, nice.
And it's just, it's rapid fire. You know, some of the jokes are good, some aren't because they're brand new, but like that's fun too because everybody
Yeah.
knows that. That's really cool, and that's a free show. Just come on down. And then One-Liner Madness is January 31st. It's in Cudahy at the X-Ray Arcade. That does have a cover, but it's similar where I think 64 different comics come
What?
with
Wow.
one-line jokes, and it's kind of like bracket format
Yeah.
down to
Nice.
whoever is the best one-line comic. So I love these kinds of shows because they're not typically my thing, but it forces you to, get outside your own process and like write something different.
That's great. I love those kind of exercises too, especially if you need motivation to write. Just whether it's a joke, a screenplay, a song, whatever. It's just anything that gets your juices flowing creatively. I think it's fantastic.
Absolutely. And right here in January, it's very welcome.
Yeah, for sure. So before we let you go, Dana, what are you binge watching? Anything on TV? Anything you could recommend?
Boy, I'm trying to think if I've watched anything new. I just got through Nurse Jackie. That's an oldie but a goodie.
Yeah. Well, there's so much content out there. You can't nobody can keep up with everything. So, even a show like Nurse Jackie or something that's 10 years old, or even The Sopranos or whatever, it's good, reminds people it's out there,
But God, when you find a show that's got 20-minute episodes or, between 20 and 30, you're like, oh, let me just roll right through them.
I could do 10 of these in a night. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I think you shouldn't give up on the acting thing. Some comics get their own sitcoms. Why not Dana Ehrman?
I suppose, right? Too early to write it off.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, this is fun. Please come back again soon and keep us posted where you're playing. And it's always so much fun to talk to you, Dana. Thanks so much for your time as always.
Likewise. Thanks for having me.
You got it. All right. That's Dana Ehrman. Check her out January 13th at Landmark Lanes in Milwaukee, or in Cudahy, January 31st. She's telling a lot of jokes with a lot of different comics. That sounds like a really fun. Con, you should get in on that. You could tell a joke.
Happy New Year.
You just got to write one. And that's not it. Don't do that one. Do not do the Happy New Year joke.
Sawbucks?
Sure. I will be in Madison tomorrow night, folks, live from our headquarters at Civic Media. Hope you'll join me. Lots more fun to come tomorrow as we continue this journey through 2026. It's going to be a great year. I hope all of you have an outstanding year. And like Conrad, I'll give you the second from last word. Conrad, what do you want to say before we get out of here?
Happy New Year.
Well said. He didn't even need cue cards, folks. He just got that out there. On behalf of the lovable producer, Conrad, I'm Pete Schwaba saying good night, Wisconsin.
The national news cycle never stops, but it can be hard to find news about your local community. Civic Media is dedicated to providing quality local and state news coverage across Wisconsin. With the Civic Media app, you can get notifications about local stories that matter to you and your community. Find the free Civic Media app in your phone's app store and choose notifications from the menu to tell us what kind of news you want to hear about.